Wow. Talk about a crazy way that life works, but I guess that there's an explanation for everything. In this case, I can't really tell you. Good evening, I'm Roya Rockwood, the creator of Royameadow, among other things. Sadly, earlier this week, I lost a good friend of mine, Kaitlyn Rastellini. You might remember that I made a video special featuring me going through the first dungeon of The Legend of Zelda Second Quest. I did that for her as a birthday gift in the year of 2012. In recent time, I wanted to make plans to hang out with her, and she's gone now. She's not entirely gone, so to speak, but her physical form is gone. I don't want to say she's dead. It just doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth. I don't like using those words. So, again, it's just not easy for me to talk about this because this is not something that normally happens to the people of Royameadow. Because the only other time we ever had somebody kick the bucket was Salim, and that was 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago, actually. Excuse me. And usually whenever this kind of a thing happens, everybody comes together, and it's a big moment for all of us. So you might wonder, what might I do at this point now that this is going on? Let me get something clear right now. Month of Sega 2 and the December Marathon are still going as scheduled. Nothing has changed. But in honor of Kaitlyn's life, I will be dedicating Month of Sega 2 and the Nintendo/PSX Marathon for December completely to her. Man, I'm shivering. It's cold in my room, but I don't know, when I found out about this, I broke down. Keep in mind, I'm not crying. I know that Kaitlyn wouldn't want me to cry if anything happened to her. She'd want me to persevere, to stay toasty. I know she never says that, but ever said that, but I know it's something that she would want me to, do. She'd want me to stay as a brave person, a man with dignity. And I'll do that. I only met you twice, Kaitlyn. I still have that paper that you wrote for me. One labeled for June 29. Can we get that up? Yep, there it is. Then met you again in October of 2011. Fun times. I wish I got to know you more. You're such a nice woman. Such a caring one. You were always free. And I'm sure wherever the hell you are right now, you still are free. I could go on about this for hours, but I've got other matters that I've got to deal with. if there's anything that I could say right now about all of this, if you were a friend of Kaitlyn and you knew about how this happened, or pretty much any matter regarding it, I'm sure that she would want all of you to keep living your lives. But I'm also sure that she would want you to stay vigilant. She would want you all to stay safe. She would never want you to die. Wow, I've never sounded like this before. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've sounded serious in past times, but this is... I'm sorry, I just had to take a moment of silence. Just trying to register all of this. I mean, at the time of this recording, which, let's make the assumption that this recording took place at about 2:06, 2:07 in the AM on Halloween, Eastern Standard Time. Again, I found out about this about 45 minutes before the time of this recording. That's pretty damn hard. I mean, Red Sox just won the World Series. I was happy. You know, not a worry in the world. Then a bombshell like this just falls and... really made my night feel that much different. Could I say it was inspiring at the very least? I don't know. I don't know how to register any of this right now. I'm not lost. Don't get me wrong, I'm not lost. It's just, I've got glasses now. Whenever I'm not really feeling all that happy, I take them off, toss them to the pillow. Man. Really glad that I'm not using my iToy camera or whatever I used to record my face. I wouldn't want you guys to see me sad. The only reason why I would at least want you to hear me in this way is because, I don't know, I'll use Leland Stottlemyre, his more recognized line, "This stuff happens." I'm just glad this stuff doesn't happen on a normal basis, because I would really be I'd be broken. I wouldn't know what to do. Again, this is a sensitive topic for me. This is not something I love to discuss, but I feel it's something that must be discussed with all of you, or at least mentioned, to know that this world still has problems. It's not entirely safe yet. At this point, I don't think we'll ever see it entirely safe. If we do, well, it'll be a miracle. Whatever that be. However, the definition of miracle has lost its meaning a long time back. But I'm sure it will regain its proper definition in due time. I cannot deny that. I just don't know how I'm going to get through the rest of this. Because at this point, I don't know. Like, I'm still recording stuff. Would this being like just sitting in the back of my mind? Do you know how hard it will? It won't be too hard for me to get work done, but this will come up, and I'll have to take a break, just relieve myself of any thoughts that are processing through my mind. It's hard. It really is hard. Let me just say this. None of you deserve to have this happen to you. None of you deserve to be hurt. Nobody has to fall. There are ways to prevent these kind of things from happening. But in current times, just trying to find a solution to that is impossible. Damn near impossible, if not accurately. My battery's about to die out, so I'll cut the recording here. I'll see you guys on November 4th from Unfastega 2. Have a good night, everybody. Sorry that I have to drop a bombshell like this on you guys, but this stuff happens, and sometimes I just have to get my word out there. No matter what the situation be, it must be said.